Sure. So I would say I'm going to take what she told us, right? And just to your point, she said she's had other experiences and she's dated other men. So I need to take that for what it is. So that means you've had opportunities to be without him. You also admitted that during some of those breaks, he had kids, right? Kids with two other women. So that's enough. How much clarity do you need? And again, you self admitted that it was during a break, but how many breaks and how many break babies are we doing? Like, when is the limit? When is enough? When is it enough to jump off the train and realize, you know what, this train is going in a direction I don't need to go into, right? I'm channeling Dr. Nicole. So I hope that landed. But I think that look, I really don't. And you know what, for me, coach, this is what I see from her, and I've been seeing, whether it's in her confessionals or in her IG lives. It just keeps coming back to pride comes before the fall for me. That's what I get with her. It's that ego, that hubris, and I get it. She brings a lot to the table, not to trigger anyone. There's a lot that she has to offer, and whether it's her athletic acumen, her career now working for the Hawks, she's got a lot to offer. So I think there's something working in her where she can see that this situation is not looking good from the optics. So she wants to justify why she's been in it, right? I've had no direct evidence. Ma'am, what did you need? You needed someone a stripper to jump out of the room and say, "Hey, it's me. I'm here. I slept with Darian." Like, what type of direct evidence do you need? You don't know where he is. You've said several times that there's been inconsistencies in the communication. Something's not right. He's had several kids, and I feel like a broken record at this point. But, I do have empathy because I do feel bad that this is a situation that somebody is in. I don't know her. I'm watching her on the screen, but I feel bad that these circumstances, but I got to come back to what are you showing me that this is somebody that I should feel a complete empathy and just toss it all on one person? And I don't see that. It's nothing but braggadocious and oh, I'm a boss, da 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 da, I'm the breadwinner. All right, sis, what did you learn? What did you learn? Like, tell me, like, or if I should feel sorry for you, where's the humility and like, oh man, I can't believe I allowed myself to just go through this. And Dr. Nicole, again, she says something good. And I never thought about it this way. She said, you've been sweeping this under the rug for 14 years. You knew. And she said, and when you sweep something under the rug, you know what it is because you know what you're sweeping under the rug. And that's true. I swept my apartment today and I thought about that. I'm like, shucks, this stuff I'm sweeping in a dustpan, I can see it. And if I choose to sweep it in a corner to rush through it, I still know the stuff is crap that needs to be thrown in the garbage. So she knew it. But for whatever reason, and I'm not going to pretend to know what it is, but I can say something for whatever reason kept her in this relationship. And that's what she has to own because she should have jumped off that train a long time ago. My thoughts. Oh, one thing real quick. To go back to what Corey said, he did love her. He did, in his way, in his broken, traumatic way. And then I'll take it a step further and let's really deep dive. I think he loved her so much that he did the final act that was going to set her free because he knew he couldn't give her what she deserved. So he embarrassed her, embarrassed himself, and he set her free because he knew the prideful woman that he had. And it would take something traumatic for all the world to see for her to finally be free of him. That's my outward, kind of like different opinion.
It's mad out here. Love it, Sean. Ray, do you have a different perspective? Because I mean,
I do.
maybe we do need to give her a bit of grace. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We need to give her
it's not easy
tons
to
of
learn.
grace.
Okay, talk to us. What's why? Talk to us about your.
Like, how they say
this.
the anointed oil runneth over. We need to have anointed oil of grace just runneth over on Alexia. Come on, you just said the Bible said love covereth a multitude of sins. What do you think she was doing for 14 years? Okay, she was loving this man. Was she lovesick? Maybe. Did she make some questionable decisions? Maybe. I just made a questionable decision today. You know what I'm saying? She is a typical, I'm sorry, ladies, you may disagree. She's a typical Black woman out here in this world. Typical. Staying in a relationship too long, loving on a man, not knowing what's best for herself. Think about it. You guys know how much I love Harriet Tubman, especially in the panel. I love me some Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman. Think about this. Harriet Tubman, who has freed enslaved people over many, many, many years, went back and forth in the Underground Railroad. She was married to a man, I think she was 16, 17, 18 years old, and she said to him, I see you, Sean. That's all right, honey. I'm going to tell you today about some Harriet Tubman. Praise Goddess. Okay. Harriet Tubman was with this man and she said to her husband, I want to free myself because I'm not free. You're free, but I'm not free. He said, but who cares? I'm free. You don't need your freedom. Yes, I do. And when she told him of her plan to escape into freedom, he went and told the white massa on the plantation, who then came and beat her almost to a pulp and put her in a coma. Did she eventually free herself? Yes. But what did Harriet Tubman do? She went back into slavery, went back to the house to free the same man who called the white massa on her, only for her to find him remarried and to spit in her face. So if Harriet Tubman, who I believe is one of the major alpha females besides Mother Teresa, went back into slavery to go back to a man to try to get him to see her side and to try to get him to see her way, what do you expect Alexia to do? Come on. My own great-grandmother stayed with a man for many, many years. He beat her till death do us part. He died beating her. He had a heart attack beating her. This is just in my family. And I could talk about my aunts. I could talk about my other grandmother who her husband went to Jamaica, left Jamaica, went to London, married a white woman, left her with 9 children. When he got sick, the white woman left him, took all his money, and who buried him? My grandmother. Come on, this is what we do. This is the plight. This is decisions that we made. And Alexia is not so stupid either. Because guess what, ladies? How many of us have babies with men that we shouldn't be having babies with? How come we don't celebrate the fact that Alexia didn't have a baby with this man? Sorry, y'all, I'm pretty passionate about this, but I'm showing Alexia mad grace. And now is not the time for her to be hearing what she needs to do and her pride and what she should have done. She's just trying to get through this embarrassment. She's just trying, and this is why she projects so much and always turns the finger onto Darian, because like Dr. Nicole said, which is why she swept under the rug, it's easier to sweep it under the rug than to look it in the face and deal with it, because it will break her to pieces. And my rant is over. Sorry to get a little passionate, but woo-cha.